Unfortunately, everybody is not aware of just basic standard, you know.
Welcome to another episode of Phatz Corner. My guest today is the lovely Nicole.
Stephanie
Nicole Stephanie.
in the building.
Nicole got so many names. Undaunted. Nicole the model. It's just Nicole Stephanie. I've been working with you now for almost my whole 10 years been here.
Yeah,
And I really appreciate that for always being in my corner.
I appreciate you. Thank you for having me today.
I know that you're down here. I got this special pleasure again. You in here today, and because you was down here for our billboard shoot yesterday.
It was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah, I love visiting Atlanta, and you know, for you, absolutely anything.
Thank you. So tell I guess how long have you been modeling?
I've been modeling now for a little over 11 years. And like you said, you and I met up during that journey. So just about the entirety of my modeling career, you know, I've known you. So a good 10 years here with you. We met each other in an LS 1426, I think, show.
Yeah,
And that was in where, Miami?
Miami.
Miami, Florida. So yeah, so I've been rocking with Phatz for some time. So modeling, my journey began 11 years ago.
Okay, so you right. Okay, man, you right around the same time. Then I had to think about that for a minute. Okay, I like
We are, we
that
are.
because I know modeling. It was like with the modeling and then the designing. Then it was so hard. 'Cause I remember the first time we was working together down in Miami, and then it was crazy because I was so nervous and I was getting in trouble because I was new to the scene
Hmm.
and I was hanging around. I remember said, "Watch you hang around." I was just gravitating towards everybody just because it was a new experience. But then you made me feel so comfortable working with you. It was just like I felt comfortable because I didn't. I was uncomfortable, because been in that situation with the modeling and then models changing clothes and especially been swimsuit issue.
Hmm.
So
Well, you did a great job. I would have never known that you were brand new to it. So I think you did a fantastic job. And the clothes that you put out during that time, I know that you had commissioned somebody to make those for you, and they look great, you know. And that's one thing about being a designer. Not everything is going to fit everybody's bodies.
yes,
So I'm glad that I was able to make you comfortable. I'm glad that I was able to represent your designs and represent them well, and they showed very well on the runway.
yeah, y'all, you killed it. Y'all killed that.
Yeah, you should have seen that bathing suit. That bathing suit was something else. So yeah, it was fun, and whatever information that Miss Linda Scott provides to you, please heed it.
Yeah,
You know, because she gives great advice.
yeah, she did. I still remember when she did her thank yous after it. She said, "Y'all watch out. Y'all think that they think that he's not, but he's y'all looking like the underdog. He getting ready to come for
And
y'all."
has and did. Hats off to you. You are doing so awesome. I'm so proud of you
Thank
and
you.
for the ways that you're making. And that's one thing that I want to attest about your character is that you are one of the most humblest, one of the most giving and supportive people. And I just appreciate you recognizing something in me to have me tag along with you. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. And then from your model journey, you became a designer also.
Yep. It has always been my ambition to be a designer. It was never in my wheelhouse to be a model. Coming into modeling was something brought forth to me by my oldest daughter. You know, she was the one that was the model and going on auditions and everything. And then once I took her out to a casting call, and they were like, "Hey, you know, you're a tall, attractive woman. You know, you want to try to walk the runway." And I'm like, "No, no, I don't." But yeah, they got me out there. I cast it, and they love me. And from there, it's been a whirlwind. But as far as designing, that's something that I've always had a passion for since I was a teenager. I used to sketch out designs for men primarily. Get that,
Hmm.
for men. So I was going to be a male fashion designer. And so getting into the modeling world helped push that inspiration further for me. So I saw people such as yourself and other designers and how they were doing it, and that they didn't necessarily have to be the one from sketching to the sewing to putting it out there. So I said, well, hey, I could do this too, you know. So I sat behind my sewing machine. I said, I'm gonna try it. You know, I'm not your standard, customary, college educated designer. I am self taught. I said, I'm gonna take this fabric. I want to wear it. They didn't make it for my body type, my body size, but I'm gonna make it happen, and I did. And so I started sewing my garments. I would wear them. People would see me on the street with my outfit on. Where'd you get that from, girl? I like that. You know, I did that. I did that. And so Undaunted was born, and Undaunted just means it's another way of being unbothered. You know, people can't move you by judgments or anything. You're just doing your thing. And I thought that was an adequate name for my design. So it's Undaunted by Nicole Designs. And from there, it grew into my lingerie wear, thickums. Thickums. They love thickums. So thickums is my lingerie and swimsuit line. And then I decided to continue pushing myself, and I pushed myself to more elegant formal wear.
Yes.
My aesthetic is designing with an edge. So everything has some type of edgy appeal to it. It's edgy, but it's classy, you know. So I have my knit couture line as well.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So I can't wait because that way you'll be there for our fashion benefit gala. I want to say the name right 'cause I don't want to take nobody else's credit. The fashion benefit gala that we're having in July. It's gonna be on the 18th. It's gonna be like a Met Gala type theme to raise money for charity.
Oh, I would love that.
So hopefully you could be there and then wear one of your designs.
Absolutely.
Cause we get ready. Everybody gonna bring the theme is bring the drama.
Bring the drama. That says a lot. That says a lot. So bringing the drama. My mind is going crazy right now. We definitely, you see the hair. You see the hair. You see the leather. So I'm definitely gonna bring the drama.
Oh, that's
So get ready for Nicole and Stephanie to be in the building.
that's what I'm talking about. So what would you tell like new models coming out that you run into? That like what would you tell them about the industry or how to handle themselves?
Well, that's a great question, and honestly, the one thing I want to say is the audacity. I'm keeping real with you.
Yeah, I
The
know.
audacity.
I just thought about that when I asked you that.
Everyone nowadays is a model or some type of social media celebrity, but be respectful. Be respectful to the craft of modeling. Just because you take cute pictures and you show up nice on social media, it doesn't mean that you can bypass the industry trainings that you have to continue to do, putting the work in that other models have put in. You can't bypass all that. And my problem is with models that we have today is the audacity of entitlement. They feel like they're because you did it, you know, they didn't know that I interviewed. They didn't know I auditioned. They didn't know I stayed up late nights practicing my walk or practicing my speech for interviewing, coaching trainings or anything that I went through. But they just feel like I can bypass all of that. And because I know certain people or I take cute pictures on the internet, that I can just show up and they're going to want me in their show. So my advice for models would be is to take the craft seriously, put in the work, show up for castings if you're called to be. Some people do allow you to bypass the castings, but if they ask you to come to a casting, show up professional like you're showing up for a job. This is a modeling job that you want, and you are your brand. So take that seriously. Look your best. Come with confidence. Come with your information, your model comp card with all of your information, contact, your name, your measurements, everything that they would need to get back in touch with you. That's your professional resume.
Okay, I understand that. That's good advice to tell them because a lot of people they don't really know and they don't understand that. And I'm gonna ask you this. This is gonna be like I'm gonna say this like men a little messy, but nah.
Okay.
As a model, okay. As I guess that I did a model call, the model casting call yesterday, and then you and Deb were my coordinators on there for the models that came in. What if a model came in the casting call? I'm just using this as an example because they didn't do this yesterday. But what if you had a model come in with like coochie shorts on, like halter top, and then I'm gonna say like rollers in their hair.
Hmm.
The cast, would you in general, would you cast them? Would you let them walk, or would you just say thank you for coming and send them back home?
Well, first of all, in my head, I'm wondering, well, what type of casting call was that? Because it is casting calls out there like that that don't really care how you show up. I think the production of that casting call has a requirement to their audience or their target audience to list out their information. Everybody doesn't know industry standard requirements. Show up in your all black fitted garments. So it just depends on the type of model call that's involved. We do have it's different levels of runway productions. Some of them have a more formal runway production. Some of them have a more street savvy runway production. But to show up not fully prepared is unacceptable. You should know that. They tell that for any part of your lifestyle, even if you're not showing up for a model call, you hear people all the time saying, "Why'd you go to Walmart with that do rag or that bonnet on your head? You know you're not supposed to go to Walmart like that, and you was just going to Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you show up at a model call looking less than your best?" It's I don't really see a problem with the coochie shorts, if that's what you want to call it or whatever. If that's the way that model showed up, it may be a designer that has a need for that model, but not being fully prepared, like with bonnets on or rollers or anything like that. I just think that's unacceptable. Even if you say that you didn't know, you know that you're coming to be casted for something. So why would you look half done? Don't come half baked.
I understand that because the main reason I asked the question was because I know the industry standards is all black, and then most times if you're a model or you have been a model calls, it's all black in general. But I have been to like model calls where they're coming in a little bit of everything. Because I went to one model call and then the girl had the coochie cutters and everything. It looked like she just said like she might have just ran to somebody in the mall. They
That's
said,
the
"Oh, it's a."
audacity. That's what I'm saying. That's the audacity of it because people just feel like because I'm cute or I'm sexy, I could wear this. They're going to take one look at me and I'm in the show. And sometimes it might happen for you. Most times it won't. I think, like I said, it's the production's requirement to the audience, their target audience that they want to come in for that model call to be specific in their requirements. To say, okay, this is a model call. Please come wearing fitted all black attire. Please bring your comp cards. Please show up at this location at this time. It's really up to the production to put that out there. If not, you're gonna get every walk of life that you can get and be disappointed.
Yeah, true. I've been to shows where it looked like they just pulled people off the street.
They have.
I think I did one show. We just was. I don't know if I told you yesterday. I was talking to someone yesterday, and I did the model casting. I never met the model. The first time I met the models was when we went to do the show. And the guy I did, it was a lingerie show.
Okay.
So when I went in there, usually with lingerie, you're gonna have underclothes, undergarments on. And then come to find out the guy he didn't come with no undergarments. I never seen him for it. And then I gave him the boxers to put on. I didn't know that he didn't have anything under the boxers. It was like not the boxer, like the silk, the silk
Silk pants.
with the coat and everything. So he had them on, and he was walking around the whole day with them. I'm like, can I have can I have my stuff back? I'm getting ready to go. Oh, I'm gonna get to you. I'm gonna give you a minute. Then come find out he didn't have nothing on under it, and then he was wearing my stuff to put on to wear under everybody else's clothes.
So he used yours as the underwear.
And it was mind blowing that for the model to do that. I'm like, if a model is this, you should know this.
Especially as a male, I kind of would have blinked my eyes a couple times. I'm like, what? But that's a little weird. But yeah, unfortunately, everybody is not aware of just basic standard. If you know that you are going to a model fitting, let's say they did cash you, if you know that you did go to a model fitting, as a female model, things that you should have in your bag. You should have your all black underclothes, your shapewear. You should have invisible deodorant, clear deodorants. You shouldn't come with a whole bunch of body perfumes. You shouldn't be smelling like weed. No, that's not acceptable because you're going to a fitting and you're putting on someone else's stuff. Shouldn't have a ton of makeup on, any of that. Or if you are going to wear makeup, bring something to cover your face to try on outfits. I've been to fashion shows where I've seen designers' clothing be ruined by makeup, and the models could care less. Or they run out, in the designers' fashions because they got to get that social media picture in, and they're just running all over the fashion house, the event venue, taking pictures, selfies everywhere, and the designers running around like, "Where's my stuff? Where's my
Yeah,
clothes?" But they're out taking pictures with their besties or at the step and repeat board, and it's just a lot of audacity that has changed in this industry, and it's up to us as the designers and the production houses to set standards and set rules and stick to it. But we got to stick to it. We have to stop letting people run over us and take control, because that's a representation of us as well.
I understand that definitely. I'm trying to get me personally. I'm trying to get better at that because I do. A lot of people run around and do their own
You
thing.
have a
Wow.
great support system. You're doing a great job, and we see people that don't have your best interest in mind, and we speak up about that. So I think if you utilize your support system and don't beat yourself up about it, it comes with time. You're just a very nice person, but trust me, other people see that and see what's being done to you, and I'm gonna say something. I know that, and from what I heard yesterday, I heard other people are saying things as well. So just continue to be aware of it, and make changes. It's for your ultimate benefit.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely do that. I got to do that. So from what you were saying just now, so about you've been on both spectrums of it, for as a model and the designer. What do you have like with the models that mess up their designer clothing? How do you feel? Like if they was a, like you said, make it the makeup on, or maybe rip it. Some people will rip something, or because I've been to shows where they'll put the garment on there. If they know they can't fit, instead of them be like, "Oh, this don't fit right," something they just go on and try it. Oh, I still like it. Oh, it's pretty, and they'll just, because I know at one of the anniversary shows something like that happened.
Mm.
So it was just like a whole little backseat between people going back and forward between the designer, another designer with the model, pulling people in. So what would your thoughts be as a designer versus as the model? You know, how do you feel about that?
I feel like model releases are priority. You should have your production again. It has that responsibility of communicating to the participants of that production what their requirements are. If you're going to wear this designer's clothes, you need to sign this model release. If you want to be photographed in the fashion show, you need to sign this model release for photography, to know that the rights belong to the photographer and the production team. If you wear this designer's clothes, and you ruin it or something is damaged in any way, that's between you and the designer. And all that needs to be known up front. That's my problem that I have with virtual model calls, because I feel like they get a lot away with things. Like you said, you gave an example of a model trying on an outfit, and they really know that they can't get into that outfit, but they're pulling and stretching, and they end up damaging the outfit. That's the importance of fitting, and that's one of the reasons why I don't do virtual model calls so much, because people can fabricate a lot of information. I'd rather see you in person.
Yeah.
I'd rather get your measurements while I'm there, hold fittings for the designers and the models, so ahead of time they'll know what fits each model, and what looks good on that model, instead of letting people submit virtually. And I know that COVID and everything, times have changed where it's more acceptable, but I tend to shy away from it.
Yeah, COVID made it more acceptable for so much stuff that really don't need to be acceptable. Like you said, with the virtual calls. I was speaking to someone the other day with the school system, how the schools let work from home. Then they got laser work from home. You know,
Yeah.
how you at home doing your schoolwork, but you can't do your schoolwork. I didn't understand that, but or you missing sign, you not in school. You supposed to be on a Zoom call with the class, and you didn't come to school. I'm like, okay, you at home. What excuse you have?
Yeah. And that's kind of what is done in the modeling industry, because virtual model calls have become acceptable. They don't take in person model calls as seriously. So they just figure, I won't show up, I can just submit it to him virtually or whatever. But no, if I ask you to show up for an in person model call, that's what you should do. And people become lazy, and the audacity again and the entitlement to think that they can just submit virtually. But I didn't have a virtual model call, I had an in-person model call. So we have to stick to our guns. We really do. We have to stick to our guns and just tell people, your services are no longer required.
I understand that.
Move on.
Cause I think that's why I ended up doing from the model call yesterday. The people that didn't show up, a lot of people last night started getting messages. Oh, I didn't make the model call, but here go my video of me walking. Here go my comp card. And then I'm to the point now. You have to wait till next time we have a model call.
Yep.
That mean
Return to
that
sender.
the time has passed. I mean, because mainly like when I did the model calls for new faces or new stuff, and it was like we have a lot of opportunities.
Yes.
And then you pass up on it, and then you can't with the excuse of
Yeah,
you
the audacity to think that you could still get in for something that you didn't put any effort to. One, it shows the designer that you're serious about being a part of their show. It's disrespectful to think anything less, that they didn't have to meet your requirements. So yeah, it's just my whole thing. I'm really big on showing up and following directions, especially when they're simple.
you definitely. I'm trying to get a little bit better at that, like stand on like his stand how they say stand on business.
Yeah.
Cause I was talking to one of the models this morning. I'm like that with my own team. I'm not gonna say this just for somebody that's outside the team. He hit me up. He was like, "Well, I forgot about the model call yesterday. So how was it? Look like it was good. When am I gonna do another one?" I'm like, "Well, you didn't call, you didn't show up, you didn't even say anything." And then,
Yeah.
well, what about the when we did the billboard from last time? I said if you read in the group, you'll see when it's coming out. Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm like, it's sitting right in the
We're all adults.
group.
No one has time to babysit anyone. And it's just, do you take your career seriously? And I understand life happens and things can get chaotic at times, but it's still your responsibility. Like if you have a group chat and all the information is there in the group chat, why am I getting the same questions that's already been provided to you? Group chats have things that you can do. You could pin the message. You could screenshot the message. You can write that message down. Once you see that message, you can add it to your calendar. It's people do what they want to do, and
Very
and
true.
that's just the whole thing of it. You want me to go back and read to you something that I've already provided you when you could easily go back and read that yourself. You want to make an excuse that you forgot. Okay, well, I understand that sometimes you may forget, but if it was a priority to you and it was something that you really wanted to do, you would have added it to your calendar. You would have made a note to yourself. Somehow, some way, you would have made it happen. So people do what they want to do.
Very true. That's very true. So as far as with the model and designing, who would be a designer you would want to work with in the future?
Oh gosh, there's so many of them. Well, I love working with you. So and we're always collaborating. If I do my show in 2026, definitely, I'm still on the fence about that. Definitely, you'll be a part of that. But when it comes to designers, I love Christian Seriano.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love big brand designers, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Yves Saint Laurent, designers. Oh, he's no longer with us anymore. um, I Project Runway has their season 2026 coming up, and I put that out there for people to start applying, and I'm gonna take a chance and I'm gonna apply
Okay.
myself. So, yeah, designers such as Christian, Yves Saint Laurent, Gucci, all of those brands, I would love to work with. I would love to work
I
with.
saw the Project Runway flyer that they was having. I had thought about that a long time ago going there, but I love even with what I know what I went to school for, it's still. I think I wouldn't mind trying it, but
You
I
should.
wanna tweak some of my experience a little bit more. Like it's one or two things I could admit that I don't know how to do or that I have an issue with.
Yeah,
And then when you're on there, you got to be on point because they vicious on
but
there.
not
They are
necessarily.
vicious.
Now that they are, but still, it's an experience, and I would say to you, take that chance. You never know. I feel like I'm gonna go ahead and take that chance. You never know, and I know I don't know everything about designing and making clothes. I'm self-taught, but I'm willing to take that chance and put myself out there. And yeah, they might tear me down, but here's the gag. They might tear you down, but what if you got on that show? And then they tore you down. That means out of thousands, millions of applications that may have been picked in, they saw something in you. Even though you didn't see all of your capabilities that you can do as a designer, they saw something in you and that they appreciated you so much that they invited you to be a part of the show. So what if you get kicked off on season one or whatever? You put your best effort forth. You got put out on a public national platform, and you can
True.
show your work. Do it.
I understand. That's true.
Do it.
I'm gonna think about it.
Okay. We all get scared. We all get scared, and I'm very scared, and I can't say that I wouldn't be scared in that moment, just trying to do it. But you never know, and I would rather do it and let them tell me no than me beat myself up and tell myself no.
Definitely true. Something to think about.
Yep.
Also, I want to give you this as a thank you for being a guest today. A little shirt, a little gift from here you go, from the Phatz boutique.
It's Minnie and Mickey. I love it. Thank you.
You
You
welcome.
are so kind, so generous, and I just appreciate you so much. And I love working with you. Thank you for having me be a part of your grand ambassador team, and thank you for being a friend.
Thank you. Thank you for always being a friend and being there.
You're welcome.
So, where do you see yourself in like 10 years?
In 10 years,
Hmm.
Lord willing, I hope to still be on this earth.
Definitely.
I hope to be more confident um, in my abilities. I hope to do the more difficult things. A lot of times people do the easy things because they know they'll get by and they can make it. I want to continue to be challenged, and in 10 years, I hope to be on a national platform with my
Definitely.
brands. Um, I hope to be a motivator and inspiration to others.
You will. I definitely know that you will.
Thank you.
If we like give our guests your social medias, how to follow you, how to find you.
Sure. My name again is Nicole Stephanie. I am a model and a designer. You can follow me on my modeling platform, which is model underscore Nicole underscore Stephanie. For my designing brands, my brands are Undaunted underscore Nicole B Designs, and that is my everyday wear, edgy but still every day. And then of course I have my Thickums. That's ThickUms. That's my lingerie and swimwear brand. And then finally I have my formal wear, which is Nick Couture, and that's a play off my name. It's NICCOUTURE.
Thank you again for coming today. And I already know we're gonna be talking about that. We'll probably be talking later on this evening.
Yep.